Just 3 small vitamins to stop frequent urination at night. Nocturia signs. It's designed for a senior health YouTube video, blending tension, storytelling, and actionable advice. Under the soft glow of her bedroom clock, Eleanor Marshall, 70 years old, jolts awake yet again. It reads precisely 2:17 a.m. She presses her lips together and shuffles to the bathroom in the dark, blaming the modest glass of water she'd sipped before bed. She winces slightly at the cold tile underfoot. This nightly ritual has become a cruel routine. But deep in her heart, Eleanor senses a truth she dare not voice. The water may not be to blame after all. A few doors down, Walter Green, age 68, sits bolt upright in his bed, sweat beading on his forehead. The urgency in his bladder is familiar, but tonight it gnaws at him more. He looks at his phone, the time glaring back. 2:05 a.m. "What's happening to me?" he murmurs, staring at the ceiling. His nights have become a battleground of one interruption after another, fragmenting his sleep and his peace. These are not isolated incidents. The medical term nocturia describes frequent nighttime urination, yet most seniors silently endure it, mistaking it for inevitable aging. But as their shared stories reveal, often the culprit is smaller, less obvious. 3 simple vitamins, so basic yet so powerful, quietly missing. Dr. Laura Phillips, an endocrinologist specializing in aging, narrates with quiet authority. Many patients assume nocturia is simply part of growing older, but the truth is more nuanced and hopeful. You may not need medicine. Sometimes your body just needs small nutrients that regulate bladder control, fluid balance, and sleep hormones. First, she explains vitamin D deficiency. Low levels lead to inflammation in the bladder lining and weakening of pelvic floor muscles. These changes can disturb nighttime bladder control. Eleanor's lab work revealed a D level that was less than half optimal. Without enough sunlight or fortified food, her body had gradually lost resilience. Second is magnesium shortage. Magnesium helps relax muscles, and when it's low, the bladder can spasm, sending urgent signals in the middle of the night. Walter's frequent muscle twitches, nocturnal cramps, and the uncomfortable jolts he experienced were consistent clues. The missing magnesium turned his sleep into a cycle of interruption. Third, vitamin B6 insufficiency can impair sodium and fluid regulation during sleep, so your body ends up redirecting fluids prematurely to the bladder. That spurting sensation, so familiar after just a drink or two, often stems not from excess water intake, but from fluid mismanagement inside the body. Eleanor's breakthrough came surprisingly after she started keeping a nightly journal. She tracked every awakening, every snack, every worry. A pattern emerged. On nights she skipped her morning walk or neglected leafy greens and nuts, she woke up more times. Once she started walking daily, eating magnesium-rich foods like almonds and spinach, and stepping into sunshine, the count dropped. By week 2, she had reduced her awakenings from 3 to 1, and that 1 came gently as morning dawn approached. Walter, who had quietly dismissed his sleepless nights as a sign of aging, found more convincing clues in 2 frequent muscle cramps and restless nights. He began adding a small handful of almonds and a spinach salad each day. Within days, the cramps vanished. As sleep returned, so did a deeper sense of calm. He later said, "I stopped becoming afraid of nighttime. I now trust that my body can rest." In the clinic, Dr. Phillips does not offer prescriptions immediately. Instead, she invites them into a simple 3-step regimen. 1. Toddler's vitamin D, 400 to 1,000 IU daily, to rebuild pelvic and bladder strength. Best sourced through morning sun exposure, salmon, fortified milk, or gentle supplementation. Clinical feedback shows seniors with adequate D levels typically report 20 to 30% fewer nighttime awakenings. 2. Modify Magnesium, 200 to 300 milligrams at dinner, eaten or supplemented, relaxes bladder muscles and nervous signaling. A study noted nearly a 40% reduction in Nocturia episodes after supplementation. Food sources include spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and whole grains. 3. Vitamin B6, 1.5 to 2 milligrams daily, regulates sodium and fluid distribution during sleep, preventing premature urges. Banana, chicken breast, and sunflower seeds are natural sources. Small studies show improved sleep quality and fewer bathroom trips at night when B6 intake is consistent. Dr. Phillips adds that you don't need dramatic lifestyle shifts, just awareness and small adjustments. In a table shared with her patients. Morning. Step outside for 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight and enjoy a cup of fortified milk or yogurt to boost vitamin D. Midday or evening. Eat leafy greens, nuts, seeds, banana, and a lean protein, ensuring you get mags and B6 naturally. Newfound sleep routine. Avoid screens after 9 p.m. Read or listen to soft music by dim light, and hydrate earlier rather than right before bed. Commit to this for a week and track your awakenings. In many cases, seniors like Eleanor and Walter report that nights gradually restore to uninterrupted rest. Eleanor, in her softly lit living room, shared the joy in her eyes. "I haven't awakened once at 2 a.m. in 2 weeks." She laughed as she recalled how fleeting that had sounded a month before. Walter sat at his breakfast table, a gentle smile spreading across his face. "Now I sleep deeply. I no longer wake mentally tired." With that, he took another sip of tea, warmed by normal sleep rather than coffee to stay alert through the day. Dr. Phillips's voice underscores their transformation. They expected pills, but they found freedom instead in 3 vitamins, small molecules with quiet power, restoring nights after age 60. In the final scene, Dr. Phillips stands in a cozy kitchen, jars of spinach, almonds, bananas, and fortified milk arranged like care packages. She looks directly into the camera. Frequent nighttime urination shouldn't define your elder years. These vitamins are modest, but their impact is profound. Your nights can be peaceful again. Your body deserves rest. Call to action. If you've ever woken 2, 3, or more times nightly, tap like to support this message. Share how often you wake up. Have you tried tracking your diet or vitamins yet? Subscribe for senior-safe solutions on diabetes control, bladder health, sleep, and more. And consider sharing with someone who deserves nights that aren't broken by urgency. As twilight music plays softly, the closing line appears on screen. Stop blaming the water glass. Start nourishing your nights.